Finally, it feels like fall has arrived to Oklahoma. A series of strong cold fronts have dropped air temperatures to below normal. It takes a little while, but the cooler air is slowly dropping the soil temperatures as well. On the morning of the 8th, 4-inch soil temperatures under sod were mostly in the 60s. There were a few 50s in the Panhandle and some 70s hanging on in the south. Under bare soil at 4 inches, we see temperatures were a little lower, being mostly in the 50s and low 60s. This got me thinking about how low soil temperatures usually drop in the wintertime in Oklahoma. To find out, let's look at Hinton in the middle part of the state over the past 10 years. At the 2-inch depth under sod, I found that it dropped below freezing in 9 of the last 10 years, usually only once or twice each year. The coolest temperatures seen were 25 degrees in January of 2014, the black line, and 2015, the red line. At the 4-inch depth, it reached freezing in 6 of the last 10 years, the lowest being 25.9 degrees, shown by the yellow line in 2015. When looking down to 10 inches, no freezing temps were seen even in the coldest day of 2015. Now here's Gary with some drought details for the state.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, it certainly feels like fall out there, and it's about time. But how have we done with rainfall? We got a lot in the northeast. Now, did that impact the Drought Monitor report? Let's take a look. Still the same basic pattern. We have that moderate to severe drought down in far southwestern Oklahoma, surrounded by abnormally dry conditions. We've really gotten rid of most of the at least moderate drought across the rest of the state. We still have areas that are dangerously close, though, up in the far northwest in the Panhandle, down in far southeast Oklahoma, and then out in west central Oklahoma around Roger Mills and Ellis counties. So those are the areas we're going to have to target with the next rainfall, see if we can bust those out. Now, I don't want to show you just October rainfall, so let's go back to the beginning of fall, at least climatological fall, September 1st, and this is through October 7th. We had some huge rains over in eastern Oklahoma through this month and week time frame. Now down in central Oklahoma, over in the western parts of the Panhandle, not so much, less than an inch in some cases. And if we look at that as the percent of normal on the same time frame, we can see those red and orange areas and even yellow areas are places where the drought threatens to come back. Down in central into south central Oklahoma, and again up in the Panhandle. Areas to watch as we go through the next few weeks. But at least it has calmed down, and so we don't have as much danger of going back to drought as quickly. So we think fall is here, and even actually feels like winter, like we said. Well, we might have some warmer weather coming back. This is for later into next week. The Climate Prediction Center does see increased odds of above normal temperatures, at least for that time frame. That doesn't mean that we're going to see the type of weather that we saw through much of September into early October. However, it might be a little bit warmer than what we're used to this time of year. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.